from Durango, Colorado, and I'm working on a boxcar. This is the Friends Paint boxcar. You can see the new siding that we're putting on the other side. This side will get done later today or tomorrow. I volunteer because I love the history of the narrow gauge railroad, and because I really like the people that I work with. That's what brings me back every year.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm Tim Taylor. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I've been coming out here over the last 25 years or so just because there's no place in the world like Chama.
That's a long time to come here, Tim.
Well, I've taken a few breaks. I think the last time we were here was 20 years ago. But
And which projects do you pick and why?
I like working on the rolling stock just because I'm a model railroader, and I learn a lot about these cars that I can then use when I'm building my models that don't necessarily show up in the kits that you get.
Oh, that's great. Did you know how to do what you're doing before you got here, or did they teach you on the job?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, a lot of it is pretty standard woodworking type stuff, and a lot of painting and a lot of scraping, and I already knew how to do all of that. But it's really neat to be able to see these cars with the sheathing off, so you can actually understand how they're put together and how they do their job and how they don't just fall apart under the operating conditions that they're subjected to.
That's great. Thank you very much for your help and your service.
Okay, I'm Gary Thomas. I'm also from Seattle, Washington. I came here with Tim. Tim's a longtime train buff, and we've been friends for 30-some years, and I've always seen him doing all these train things with his models and talking about them. And he talked me into coming, and I find it really interesting. I do like carpentry work because I do that at home too. And it's not very, technical, but it is interesting to see how they did things, like little problems they solved without a lot of fancy technology. You see, like these little triangular pieces of wood on the inside of the car. You couldn't figure out why they were there. Why is it triangular? And it turns out when they bring the interior siding down and leave a gap, they don't want things like grain getting trapped in there, so they very cleverly put these little slanty pieces in there to drive it back in, so it wouldn't sit in the corners and rot. So all those little things you can see that just make it interesting from an engineering standpoint to see how they solved all these problems over the years. So I find it really fun, and you can get to go look at all the other examples and see how they did it maybe a little differently, and especially on the engines. There's a lot of things that Tim talks about that you can't really see very well in the model. Like there's air compressors and things circulating water, and how the firebox is really built and all those things. I thought that was really interesting.
How long do you guys come out for when you come out?
A week.
You come out
5 days of work. Yeah, and you get to see Chama. It's really pretty here. And people are really nice. It's a small town.
And what is a good surprise that you didn't know would happen when you started coming out?
What would be a good surprise?
Just all these really cool things you're learning?
Yeah, it is. I didn't realize, what I didn't know, and there's a lot to learn about these, the whole system. And especially, it's nice being in the yard. You see how much activity is there. It's something people probably don't really appreciate. And Chama apparently is one of the few places where you can actually just walk anywhere around the yard, where when it's all going on, you can be 2 feet from a train when it's running. So that's a very unique thing. It's all very cool.
Thank you.